I primarily signed up to be a mentor because I thought that my 15 years with Kleinfelder plus, an additional 9 or so in other companies would benefit somebody. When my original company, Bison Associates, was purchased, Kleinfelder helped us, get through the acquisition as seamlessly as possible. And I remember that, and I'm grateful for that. And I think that perhaps that's part of the reason that I wanted to be a mentor as well, because they did a really good job of integrating us in, and it felt great.
The acquiring by Kleinfelder was actually super positive in my mind, because at GTS, they hire engineers across like all spectrums. So mechanical, civil, environmental, and so on. So I'm an environmental engineer, and while I love the work at GTS, it's not specifically focused on environmental engineering, which Kleinfelder actually has many environmental branches. So initially that's what I was like really excited about, because I knew even if I didn't end up going down that environmental path, I knew it was a possibility. I just had to kind of figure that out, which is why I did the mentoring program. Brad was able to be like, hey, this is what we do. This is why you probably would be good at it. And I think you should do this if you want to continue down the path. So basically like that next step, that really helped me. So if anyone else has any desires or like confusion, that's where the mentoring program really helps.
Working with Steve has been great. He is a sponge. He just takes up this information. He is curious. He wants to know how things work. So, I'm able to help guide him in finding things such as, the PMQS card, documents on KNet, who to talk to, what opportunities are out there for Steve. And like I said, he's been very receptive to all this because of Steve's questions and, and what he's looking to get out of this. It makes me go back and relearn things. There's a lot of PMQS. That card is huge. And I qualified with under the PMQS back in 2013, and I can guarantee you that I probably lost 80% of that knowledge. But by going through that as an external processor, that made me relearn and rethink the use of these various tools and information. So, again, it kind of goes back to that whole thing that, there is no strict mentor-mentee. You're going to learn from each other, which is, I think, very valuable.
He was able to kind of show that each part of what Kleinfelder does may not be directly related, but there's definitely a lot of overlap.
The internal transfers and whatnot, we've got all these positions that someone could apply for if they wanted to move into a different service line. And I think that we have the opportunities to, keep quality people here in Kleinfelder by allowing them to not just stick to this one path, but explore many others. Do you remember that you guys are supposed to edit Brad Pitt's head on my body? I did ask for that, right?